It's the perfect time to build a house in Utah due to this. What am I talking about? Well, it's not just one thing. If you're thinking about buying a house in Utah, this is one video you don't want to miss because it's going to blow your freaking socks off. Today, I'm explaining why it's your golden opportunity to build a house. Make sure you watch to the end, where I'll share the biggest mistake most people make when building a house and show you how to avoid it. Then I'll make some recommendations to help guide you through the home build process. If you're wanting to buy or build a home, but feeling uneasy, this might be the most important video that you watch. So to know if it's a great time to build, we must first understand why it's a good time to buy real estate in general. Through the remainder of 2023, Utah's housing market will continue to see some turbulence. With these higher mortgage rates, and as we move into a traditionally slower buying season, a lot of people, more specifically wannabe home buyers, will decide to wait. It seems like a wise or a prudent choice, but if you take a deeper look, it could be a terrible mistake. Here's 7 reasons why right now is a great time to buy a home, and possibly the best opportunity to purchase a house in your lifetime. Reason number 1, little to no competition. I just mentioned this, but a lot of qualified buyers are sitting on the sidelines waiting for the perfect opportunity to jump into the market. As I go down this list, you'll understand why waiting for the stars to align to purchase a home is not a good strategy. Number 2, you can negotiate. Homes are sitting on the market longer and sellers are feeling anxious, especially those who need to sell. They're much more willing to reduce their price, pay your closing costs, or pay for a rate buy down, among other things. Number 3, home prices are down. Utah's housing market peaked in May of 2022. 4,059 homes were sold in just 6 days on market with a median sold price of nearly $600,000. The Utah housing market proceeded to crash harder and faster than most areas of the country. We bottomed out 8 months later in January of 2023. In the first month of this year, only 1,949 homes were sold, taking an average of 52 days with a median sold price of only $510,000. That's a drop in home values of nearly $90,000 statewide. In Salt Lake County, home prices fell by more than $100,000. Due to the higher mortgage rates, loads of wannabe home buyers are still sitting on the sidelines. With so little competition, you can be a little more patient when trying to find a home that you love. And you're far less likely to end up in a multiple offer situation. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows for home buyers because, number 4, home values are going up. Since the beginning of the year, the median sold price for a single family home has increased every single month. In July of 2023, 3,038 total homes were sold in an average of 24 days on market at a median sold price of $552,000. So home values are still down by $46,000 since the peak of the market. But prices are up $42,000 since the beginning of this year. A lot of people are shocked by these numbers, but home prices would be much higher if mortgage rates weren't sitting above 7%. The market should stabilize for the remainder of 2023. But by early 2024, we'll most likely be off to the races, especially if mortgage rates drop below 6.5%. If you're trying to time the market, it's best to buy before the market rebounds. Yes, home prices have been increasing since the beginning of the year, but you're not too late as there's still plenty of incredible deals. Just real quick, if you're finding this information helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. And to stay up to date on what's happening here in Utah, hit the subscribe button below. Number 5, higher mortgage rates. Most people think higher rates are bad. And yes, higher rates increase your monthly mortgage payment and no one likes that. But these higher rates are your friend. How are higher rates good for those looking to buy a home? Well, these higher rates have kept thousands of buyers out of the market. This increases your ability to negotiate a better deal. These are all incredible reasons why it's a great time to buy. But the next item on my list should terrify you. This is the main reason many market forecasters predict home values to increase over the coming years. Number 6, we're suffering from a housing shortage. Low supply has pretty much always equaled high demand, and increased demand leads to higher prices. When the market stabilizes and home buyers enter the market, there won't be enough houses to go around and prices will increase. Utah is suffering from a housing shortage because builders stopped construction after the market crashed in 2008, and they were way slow to ramp things up when the market recovered. This unfortunately is an issue nationwide, as too few homes were built over the decade following the Great Recession. We still have not recovered from this shortage. The next chart will help you understand why the housing market won't crash. Nationwide, back in 2007 when the market crash started, there were 4 million units for sale. Today, 16 years later, we only have 1 million units for sale. The nationwide shortage causes multiple issues here in Utah, like a shortage of materials and the lack of trained tradesmen, which leads to increased cost, among other things. Only adding to the pain, number 7, Utah is an incredible place to live. If you like the outdoors, Utah is one of the best places to live in the country. And having the 4 seasons gives outdoor enthusiasts loads of variety. People in Utah are friendly and it's a safe place to live. Utah's government has proven over and over again that they care about their citizens. And really, the list goes on. But the number one reason so many people are moving to Utah is our economy. Every year, US News ranks the best states to live in, and Utah's taken the number one spot. The Best States project uses thousands of data points to capture how all 50 states serve their residents. Utah ranked number one for our economy and fiscal stability. The state also ranked first and second respectively in the employment and growth subcategories. Utah has one of the highest birth rates in the country, along with the highest migration. According to the US Census Bureau, Utah is the fastest growing state in the nation since 2010. So let's talk about building. I do a lot of research and study a lot of data. And over the last month or so, it's become clear that right now is the perfect time to build a house in Utah. The higher mortgage rates and market uncertainty have presented a golden opportunity for you, keeping loads of wannabe home buyers sitting on the sidelines, even as the market shows obvious signs of recovery. And yes, I warned against building a house in 2022 for obvious reasons. Mostly, it just wasn't a good time to build due to the shortage of material and labor. On top of that, several builders broke our trust, canceling buyers or raising their prices. Thankfully, that was the bad old days, and those shenanigans should be behind us. So here's 5 reasons why right now is the perfect time to build a house in Utah, and why building a house is a much better option than purchasing a used home. Reason number 1, the cost to build a house has come down. When the housing market was smoking hot, home builders were cranking out houses as fast as they could. This, along with COVID, led to a severe labor and material shortage, driving the cost to build a house through the roof. These higher mortgage rates have kept buyers out of the market, and builders have drastically reduced the number of homes that they are building. Lower demand and increased supply means the cost of construction has decreased. Number 2, you can lock in the price of a new construction home today. These days, most builders have a price lock guarantee. So once you've selected your floor plan, a home site, and your options, the purchase price is locked. If you build from scratch, the house will most likely not be completed for 8 to 12 months, maybe longer than that. Number 3, builders are offering some incredible incentives. I should clarify, not all builders are offering crazy deals, but right now, many are offering free upgrades, a large credit at the design center, paid closing costs, a rate buy down, and sometimes a combination of these items. Number 4, building a home is better than buying existing. Not only is the cost of building fairly close to the price of an existing home in most areas, but you also won't have any repair or replacement costs for a long time. Not to mention, the home will be designed to your specifications and loaded with the options that you choose. There are simply too many advantages to name them all. But there's one incredible benefit that eclipses everything on this list. Number 5, mortgage interest rates are predicted to come down. A year from now, rates could be 5.5% and maybe lower. That would drop your monthly mortgage payment by hundreds of dollars per month. So you can lock the price, get an awesome incentive, and if rates drop as expected, you should be able to lock in a super low mortgage interest rate. Not to mention, it's likely that home values will increase during this time, which means you could have thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in equity before you even make a house payment. For fun, let's do the math on a $400,000 home loan. If you purchased an existing home today and got a fairly normal rate of about 7%, your monthly payment P&I would be about $2,661. Now, if you build a home and at the end of construction rates around 5.5%, your monthly payment P&I would be about $2,271. That's a savings of nearly $400 per month. And that's to have a brand new home versus a used one. How crazy is that? Pro tip, before you visit a model home, hire a real estate agent with new home construction experience. No joke, the builder will pay your agent. That means you can have professional representation on your side for free. Damn! If you're ready to build a home in Utah, I have 15 plus years working directly with home builders. And I have personally guided more than 500 individuals through the home build process, including 4 homes for myself. I would be honored to serve you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me with your questions. Now, it's important to remember that all these incredible advantages will vanish if mortgage rates drop, and they don't have to drop that far. According to the National Association of Realtors chief economist Lawrence Yun, when a mortgage rate goes down to 6.4%, we're seeing more buyers. When the rate goes up to 6.6%, we're seeing a withdrawal of buyers. There's real urgency here because rates could drop at any time. I get it. Buying a house is scary, even in a stable market, but home values have always gone up over time. Real estate is the safest, fastest way to build wealth. Take a look at this chart, which shows the median price of a home from 1970 to today. In the mid-1980s, home values hit $100,000. Shortly after the year 2000, we crossed over $200,000. Then prices really shot up just before the Great Recession. This chart shows that even if you had horrible timing and closed on a house in 2007, that if you still owned that house today, you'd have insane amounts of equity. At the peak, before the crash, prices were around $250,000. Today, that property would be valued about $450,000. That's $200,000 in equity, give or take a little, depending on where you live. This is why many of the leading investors choose real estate. Even if you started the home build process today and prices came down $15,000 to $20,000 more, I don't see this happening by the way, the builder incentive would likely make up the difference. In other words, you have nothing to worry about. I'd only add that if you're not stable in your job, or if things are a little tight financially, you should probably wait. For those of you who act now and start the home build process, you will be glad that you did. Now, as promised, here's the #1 mistake that people make when building a home. It's choosing the wrong home builder. Obviously, there's some great builders, but some are just bad. I recommend you watch Do Not Build a Home Without First Doing This. If you're ready to go, you'll want to watch How to Buy a New Construction Home, the best step-by-step guide for building a home. I have loads of videos to guide you all the way through the home build process. Not only will these videos save you time and stress, but they'll also save you a lot of money. If you're looking to buy, sell, build a home, or invest in Utah real estate, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. I'd love to meet you, and I'm honored to serve you. For everyone else, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. I always do my best to respond to each one of you. If you have a friend or a family member looking to build a home, you can easily text this video to them. And please, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty, the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.